everyone. This is Harita, Assistant Professor from the Department of Pharmaceutics. And today the next topic that we are going to discuss from the chapter 1, it is about the pharmacopoeias. So in this particular topic, we are going to discuss what are the pharmacopoeias. That is, we are going to see what is the definition of a pharmacopoeia, and we are going to discuss about the different pharmacopoeias that were given in the syllabus, like Indian Pharmacopoeia, British Pharmacopoeia, US Pharmacopoeia, and also about the extra pharmacopoeia. So what is pharmacopoeia? Okay, very important one. When you are going for the competitive exams in future, definitely you can expect one or two questions from this particular topic, pharmacopoeias. Okay, so this pharmacopoeia, it is nothing but a legally recognized book of standards for quality of the drugs and their preparations. Okay, so it is a legally recognized book of standards. So whatever the standards that we require. So whenever we prepare something, when you want to compare, you should have a standard one, is it not? So when we have the standard one only, we can compare the product that we have prepared. So all these standards are embedded in a book called as a pharmacopoeia. So if that pharmacopoeia, it is belonging to India, it is called as a Indian Pharmacopoeia. If it is belonging to British, it is called as a British Pharmacopoeia, and so on, like US Pharmacopoeia and also the extra pharmacopoeia. To which country does extra pharmacopoeia belongs to? Okay, because there is no country name there. Okay, we'll discuss about that when we come to that particular point. So in this pharmacopoeia, now we are going to discuss in detail about the Indian Pharmacopoeia. When this Indian Pharmacopoeia was organized and when it has been developed. Okay, so initially it was by the Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, it has been developed. The Indian Pharmacopoeia has been developed. So in the year 1946, the first edition of Indian Pharmacopoeia has come into light with the leadership of R.N. Chopra. Okay, Colonel R.N. Chopra, he was the person who bought the first edition of the pharmacopoeia. What all contents will be present in the pharmacopoeia? In pharmacopoeia, will have A to Z information about any drug. What is the drug? What is the source of the drug, that is from which source you have got the drug, whether it is a natural source or synthetic source, what is its category, like category in the sense for which type of the disease you are going to use it. Suppose if you are going to use it for a heart related problems, okay, we call them as a cardiovascular drugs. If we use for the liver, we call them as a hepatic drugs. Okay, like that we have different categories of the drugs. So here category is nothing but, you just remember at this point of time, you just remember it as a, okay, for whatever the disease it is being used, it is called as a category. So in this first edition of Pharmacopoeia, it was published in the year 1955. It is very important to note down the editions and also the years. So I suggest you to just take a pen and a paper and just note down what are the editions and in which year the editions have come. And then also we have the supplements. Supplements is nothing but, once we have developed this first edition in the year 1955, there are some more additions for that pharmacopoeia because the research has been carrying out, and the supplement was given in the year 1960. That is, after a gap of 5 years, the supplement for the first edition has been given. In the first edition, what happened was, entire description was given in the English, but the names, the titles of the description, they were given in the Latin language. Okay, because we have prepared this pharmacopoeia by seeing the other pharmacopoeias. So the Latin language has been given as a title language, and then the body of the pharmacopoeia, it has been, that is a description, it has been given in the English language. Whereas in the second edition, when it has done under the leadership of Dr. Mukherjee, the entire thing has been changed to English. No Latin language has used in the second edition of the pharmacopoeia, and it has been developed in the year 1966. And also, after this 1966, again there were some additions into the pharmacopoeia where the supplements have been prepared, and those supplements, it has came out in the year 1975. That is, the second edition supplement came out in the year 1975, and here The main inclusion in this second edition was they have included the sterility tests for the drugs like antimicrobial drugs. They have included the sterility test, and also for those dosage forms like ointments, because eye ointments will be instilling them in the eye. Eye is a very sensitive part of the body. So when it is a very sensitive part of the body, you have to take utmost care while you are preparing the dosage forms that are going to be instilled into the eye. So that sterility test has made a mandatory, and they have included that in the supplement of the second edition of the Indian Pharmacopoeia. And the next edition, third edition, it has come in the year 1985, and it consists of 2 volumes. Why the volume has increased? Because from the beginning, whatever the monographs, yes, here you should know about what is a monograph. Monograph is nothing but the entire explanation or entire discussion or entire matter related to a particular drug, starting from the name till the uses of that particular drug. It comes under a heading called as a monograph. Okay, that is what we keep it under the pharmacopoeia. So the information regarding any drug that is present in the pharmacopoeia, we call it as a monograph. So here in the third edition, as the number of monographs has been increased, it has been split into 2 volumes. So from third edition, the Indian Pharmacopoeia has become into 2 volumes, because it has become so huge to just fit them into the single volume. And in this third edition, we have included the limit tests. What are the limit tests? Generally, you'll be studying about this limit tests in detail in the Pharmaceutical Inorganic Chemistry. But here, the limit tests are nothing but what are the impurities that are present in the drugs. Definitely, whether it is a crude drug, source, it has been sourced from natural source or the synthetic source, definitely it will have some impurities. So those impurities also, to some extent, they are acceptable. After that limit, they are not acceptable. So those are nothing but the limit tests. So we do the limit tests for chlorides, limit tests for bromides, like that. Whatever the limit tests are there, those are also included in this third edition of the Indian Pharmacopoeia. And the supplements of this third edition, they were 2 supplements for third edition, one in the year 1989 and another in the year 1991. Now, the fourth edition. This fourth edition has been developed in the year 1996, and the fourth edition is also splitted into 2 volumes. And now what they have done is they have arranged the monographs in the alphabetical order, so that it will be easy for the persons who go through the pharmacopoeias. Generally, even if you see the textbooks and if you want to find some term in the textbook, instead of searching all the pages in the book, what we do, we go back to the index that is present at the last of the textbook and we search for. Suppose I want a term called as a monograph in a textbook. In pharmaceutics textbook, I need a term called as a monograph. I go back to the index. It will be present in the beginning of the textbook as well as at the end of the textbook. In the beginning of the textbook, whatever the index that we have, it is nothing but the contents that are present in the textbook. But at the end, whatever we have, those are the terms that we require, and those terms, it will be given in the pages. Suppose if monograph is repeated some 3 or 4 times, in which pages it has been repeated, it will be given. So like that, here also in an alphabetical order, the monographs have been splitted. And in the first volume, they are from A to O. Alphabet A to O, they were given in the first volume, and in the second volume, they have been given from P to Z, that is Z. And then in the fifth edition, which was developed in the year 2007, and it is supplemented in the year 2008. We don't have any supplements for the fourth edition. For the fifth edition, we had the supplement in the year 2008. That is, immediately after 1 year of development of this fifth edition, they have given the supplement, because there was more advancements and there were more inclusions into the pharmacopoeias. Preparing of this fifth edition, the supplement has been given in 2008, and it was done under the leadership of Dr. Nagesh Dayal. And then coming to the 6th edition. The 6th edition was given in the year 2010, and here all the things like whether it is a biological preparation or whether it is a synthetic preparation, all the things have come into the 6th edition. There were no omissions in the 6th edition. And now you just find out under whose leadership the 6th edition has come into the frame. Okay, you just find out. Not it is like everything will be explained. So you just find out under whose leadership the 6th edition of Indian Pharmacopoeia has been developed. And now the new edition that we have, the latest edition of Pharmacopoeia that we have today is the 8th edition, which was developed in the year 2018. It is a very latest edition and it has 4 volumes. Yes, exactly. It has 4 volumes because the matter that we have to be included in the pharmacopoeia, it has been increasing from day to day. So that is why now we have 4 volumes, and all these 4 volumes consist of all the information regarding the drugs, starting from the name of the drug till the uses. It consists of assays. Assays are nothing but how much purity your drug have, how much impurities, what are the limit tests and what are the sterility tests, what not. If you want the information about any single drug, everything you can find in the pharmacopoeia. So almost 8 editions we have, and the 8th edition is developed latestly in the year 2018. And till now we didn't get any supplement for the 8th edition. We may expect the supplement of the 8th edition in the year 2022. And then, so now here you have to remember about all the editions that have been there and in which year they were developed and in which year the supplements have been there. Till 3rd edition the supplements are there. The 3rd edition has 2 supplements and 4th edition does not have. 5th and 6th have the supplements, and again 7th and 8th does not have the supplements.